Hello, everybody in the house. How y'all doing this morning?
Good morning, everyone.
We finally got BAMMITT together. And yes, they are backstage, and we're super excited to have them here. We have BAMMITT together. Oh.
Go ahead. That's me.
Oh, okay. We got Sarah's Happy High. She's going to be helping us out on Tuesdays and Thursdays, kind of break her in more on going live. So,
yes,
I welcome her.
So I can take off on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
You sure can, Jags.
Okay, if she said yes.
Ooh, that's so cold. Ooh, that tells me that tells me right there she's trying to get my job.
No.
Let me see.
Indianans stick together.
Oh, wow.
Indiana's strong.
Let me welcome everybody real quick, and we'll bring up the BAMMITT. We got Anne-Marie. She already dropped their link, you guys, if you're interested in subscribing and checking them out. Cricket Peach, how you doing? Kenneth, welcome in. Cece, always good to see you. How you doing? Almost homesteading with Janet says she is French braiding her hair. And I think that Psalms and she.
Odoms, DJ Ron, how you doing?
It always starts off with like 4 or 5, then all of a sudden like boom, 20. Right. Okay. Hey, Gunline, how you doing?
Hey,
what's up, Gunline?
Oh wow, you was working for free anyway. So I don't really like to keep people backstage too long.
All right, let's bring her out. Let's bring them up.
Without further ado, I would like to introduce to you guys BAMMITT and Mrs. BAMMITT. Oh, he said roll call.
Hey, how's everybody?
How you guys doing?
How you doing?
We are great. We really are. It's a little bit cool to me. I don't know. Fran like that cold weather, but it's a little cool to me because we're in the northern part of South Carolina. We're up. We're not down around Charleston and Columbia. We're near the North Carolina line, so that's put us in the mountains more or less. But other than that, we're super great.
That's awesome. Thank you guys for waking up and coming to hang out with us. I appreciate it.
No problemo.
So if you don't mind, we got like 20 people already, like 2-3 minutes in. Yeah. So if you could let us know about how you start YouTube, what made you want to come on YouTube?
Well, actually what got me started is Fran was looking at the bull one night, the bull garden. And she said, Arthur, come and look at this. So I came over and looked at the bull, and he was doing acapepe. And he and his son was in the garden, in the yard, messing with the chickens, and they were doing a little skit. And I told Fran, I said, now that is something that I would want to do right there. I just want to do a channel where I could have some fun and enjoy myself. And as it is still right today, it's just like a hobby to me. And then I told Fran also, I said, perhaps that I've got a little something that I could share with the community because these are my kind of people. This community is really what I enjoy doing and what I am all about. So as a supporter, which Fran is, she said, well, go for it. And that it's been that way here for the last couple of years. Now, if anybody just wants to think they can jump out there and start a channel and it's going boom like that, then you're highly mistaken because we've been doing this for about 2.5, almost 3 years now. And it was a sort of like a daughter. I adopted her as my daughter, which it was my granddaughter's mother. She was tech savvy, and she helped me to get it started. Teresa Stokely. She's no longer with us. She passed early, and every time I think about this YouTube channel, I think about her because had not been for her, I wouldn't have been able to kick it off the ground. But since I got off the ground, I've had great help from J3GS and Unbiased and Crap Leo. I've had people out there to really help me. And I appreciate all of it. I really do. And I've gotten to the point now that I want to take some time off, but I don't want to take any time off because I like
a couple days off.
Yeah, I like the people that we're dealing with, and I enjoy YouTubing with the people that we're dealing with, and it's just a wonderful thing because had I not been in a YouTuber and in this community, then I wouldn't have met you guys.
Right.
And that's have been really important to me because I met some wonderful people at Song Fest, and each one that we've been to, we meet new people, and it's a whole lot different than meeting you online, which is give you a little opportunity to know a person. But when you actually reach out and touch that person and in person, then it's a whole new thing.
Yeah.
Agree. If you don't mind sharing with us, let us know how long you and your best friend been married.
Well, Fran and myself, this is sort of like one of those soapbox operas, you know. we went to high school together. We dated in high school.
All right.
And then Fran left and went to college. I left and went to military. And when I got out of the military, then I went to college. And during this time, Fran had married. I had married. And we met back up at a class reunion. And both of us were single. So then, bam, we got back together.
That's how the word came, BAMMITT, huh?
So we've been together for quite some time. I'm not going to tell you how long, but we've been together for quite some time.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Yes, it is.
If that's not how you came up with the name BAMMITT, how did BAMMITT come around?
Well, BAMMITT came from the military, really. And I don't want to really go into that part of it because I was stationed in Vietnam at the time. And this is how that nickname came up. So
I can imagine.
Yeah, like I say, I really don't want to go into that aspect of it, but it's something that I don't know, it's something that sort of adopted to me.
Okay. That's cool. Thank you for sharing that. Y'all been knowing each other since high school. That is like awesome.
I wonder what would happen right now if I meet my high school girlfriend right now.
Wow, you are still married, sir.
Okay.
It's free to dream, Jags, but
Yeah.
don't go there.
I think she's not listening.
Nah, I'm good.
How did you find the love of gardening? Where did gardening come in?
Well, like I said, gardening have been a thing that happened with, say, my parents, my grandparents, and you didn't sit in the house and play Xbox or watch YouTube or watch the TV all day long. You got outside. If the elders was out there digging in that yard, then you was out there carrying a basket or pulling a wagon or doing something. You won't believe it, but actually when I was a small kid, I had a chance and the opportunity to drive the mules and the wagon. I had an opportunity. The guy put me up there on it and he said, drive it down to the creek. Well, that's what I did. But I think the mules knew the way to the creek. So I was just riding with them, So they pretty much drove themselves to the creek. But my grandparents had been gardening for quite some time. And my mom caught on to it and my dad. And then I got into it. And really, I was lucky and fortunate to have the space and the garden that I've got because it was friends, family's property. So it was more or less inherited property. So this is one thing that I try to tell people when I'm on YouTube that you don't need a great big area, you don't need a large space in order to grow something because I've got small areas and then I got the big garden that you see sometime on my videos. But it's been a part of my history of my life sometime. And Fran competes with me. That's another thing that keeps me on the ball. She competes with me. She's got her little space that she do her thing in because there's certain stuff that I won't grow that she want to grow. And for as the trees and stuff like that, it's Fran's thing.
Yeah.
I really don't fool with the trees. I got some peach trees, some apple trees that if they do good, I'll spray them. If they do good, they do good. If they don't, like my grandpa said, if it's going to make it, it's going to make it. But Fran, she's passionate about her plants, her flowers, and her trees. I'm more or less passionate about the garden.
Okay. See, I like y'all channel because like you be out there in the garden and she's in the kitchen. She's like whipping up pies and stuff like that. I said, look at this duo here. Look at
this. Just made a cake and I asked her, I said, what is this cake for? Who is it for? I thought she was taking it to some event. She said, well, it's for us to eat. I said, well, give me a piece right now. You know.
What kind of cake was it?
A whipping cream pound cake.
Wow.
Hey.
Yeah, the recipe is on the back of the cake flour box.
What flour
Whipping
box?
cream pound cake.
I think it might. I have to look and see which one it is. I think it's Swanstown, but let me be sure since I'm saying it. Go ahead.
I don't know why Miss T asked that. She ain't about to cook no cake.
I'm not about to cook it, but I'll go to South Carolina. I'll go to the Carolinas again. Or I'll beg Sarah to make it.
Well, we'll bake it here, Miss T.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be glad to have you at any time. The only thing you do is just holler and let us know. And if we're in town, then you're more than welcome.
Don't threaten me with a good time. He said, just holler.
Just holler. That's all. Because Fran do all the traveling, scheduling. The only thing I do is just, I
met you a couple times, and now I got your number. So, like,
that's right. Well, we'll be passing through your state here pretty soon. Pretty soon.
Y'all coming to Indiana?
We're coming through that way. We're heading to Illinois.
Yeah, they heading to that chilly city.
Yeah, the Windy City.
The Windy City.
Yeah, it's Swans Down.
You see that, Sarah? We're gonna make
no affiliation with them whatsoever.
Swans Down.
But the recipe is on the back. It's whipping cream pound cake, and it's very easy to make if you follow the instructions.
You see how fast that worked, Jigs?
Now that's a shame. That's a shame. A guy know about bacon, and you two up top don't.
Hold on now. Wait a minute.
You must know about me.
I was telling Arthur when I was a child, my mom did everything in the kitchen, but she did not bake the cakes. My dad baked the cakes, and he was a fantastic cake baker. And his sister went to these country shows where they'd had a contest for who baked the best, and she brought home the ribbons all of the time baking cakes. Her thing was the coconut cake, and everybody with pineapple in the middle. It was a fantastic cake.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It really was. I wish I had the recipe for that. She said the cake part was from also off the back of the cake, Swans Down cake mix flour box. She said use the 1, 2, 3, 4 cake for the cake, and I don't remember what she told me how she did the frosting. I wish I really did, but you learn things as a kid. Some of them continue to work. Some of them, you think you know how to do it. I tell people all the time, if somebody is doing something that you want to do, like baking a cake, don't ask for the recipe, ask to videotape them. Because sometimes there's some little nuances that never make it to the recipe.
Mm-hmm.
And if you just write down the recipe, it's never going to taste like theirs. But if you videotape them and you get all the little details, you'll have a better opportunity to have it come out the way they did it. Same thing with garden. If somebody shows you how to do it, it may work in your yard, it may not, because you may have different soil type, different climate, different microclimate.
So did
You have to take all of that in consideration.
Cream? Did you record yourself making that whipped cream so me and Sarah can watch?
I think we got one video already out that you all did the whipping cream.
We did the whipping cream pound cake. It wasn't, when you're doing things for people that don't know really the details of how to bake. See, I'm an old school person. We had home ec when I was in high school. That's a long, long time ago.
So did I.
They don't have it now. So people are measuring flour in a cup that you measure liquids in. And there's a dry ingredient cup that you need to use. And so one of these days I'm going to do a video. I talked about it a little bit in some of the cake recipes because I know people don't know. But I'm going to do a video for true beginners where you know what utensils to use, and they don't have to be that expensive. And what you need to do to get things going so you can do it correctly. Right. Now, baking is one of those things that is a science. You don't have to worry about the soil type. You don't have to worry about the climate. You just get in the kitchen and do what you do, and hopefully it'll turn out all right with practice.
Okay. Now, see, don't sleep on Dollar Tree. They still have some items that are $1, like measuring cups and things like that.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. You took home economics, or you took shop. Okay. I remember seeing the guys over there welding and all that. I was like, no.
Well, I did both of them, Miss T. I took shop and home ec.
He took home ec because I was in the home ec class. That's right.
You got that
right. I took home ec because I was like, oh, we get to eat it too, so we get to
yes.
Well, my friend wasn't at home ec. I just enjoyed it because it was full of ladies.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Sarah, what did you think?
I don't know what to think this morning about that.
Did you take
when you two went to school?
I did home economics in junior high school.
Oh,
okay.
And then in high school, we had life skills. It was a whole different, then they put the checkbook in it.
I remember that.
So are they still doing home ec now?
I don't hear the children tell me about home ec class, so I try to teach them what I know.
Mm.
So everybody here went to school before the 80s, huh? Okay.
I graduated high school in 1996.
1999.
And I ain't singing.
Hey, we're in the same boat, bro. We're in the same boat.
I don't have problems then.
Everybody in the chat said you guys are so cute. A lot of people took home ec.
Well,
nobody wanted to work on cars or nothing in high school.
No, they had a auto mechanic class going on there, but it was something that I really had no interest in then because my uncle and, both of my uncles, they was what they call now shade tree mechanics. And if you wanted to know anything about auto mechanics, you went to one of them. And they would show you. And back then, they didn't have all this modern technology on these cars.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't nothing there but just a motor. And all you had to do was just half an inch wrench and a 9/16 wrench was all you needed.
That was analog.
Yeah, but now you need
computer equipment.
You need
all up to the computer system, and
right.
Yeah. So that way you have to be careful who you let work on your car nowadays.
You're right. Officially, I stopped working on cars in 1990.
Oh,
and I told my wife, I said, I ain't working on no cars no more. When I bought me a brand new car, and I said, I'm not working on cars or nothing. Then when my son come along, I find out I'm working on an 18-wheeler and don't know how to work on an 18-wheeler.
Uh-huh.
My dad,
Yeah.
he does my minor work, and then like now he'd be like, "Oh, they fix these cars to where you need a computer." And then I was like, "You know what? I think it's time to retire, Father. I think you've done all this complaining." Oh, yeah, it's all about.
Well, I'm glad you got him to go to. You know what I'm saying? Glad.
What all you guys have in your garden?
Well, right now in the big garden, I've got okra as usual, and I'm gonna try to do 300 pounds of okra this year.
Wow,
We did 300 pounds. We did 209 pounds last year.
Oh man!
And I'm shooting for 300. And we got corn, we got purple hull, we got the 6-week bean, we got the California black eyed peas. We've got buku tomatoes, and I like the beef massa, the beef steaks, where you get that whole slice of that tomato and put on that sandwich.
It fit the bread. You don't need one slice.
To put on that sandwich,
Sandwich.
Yeah, sandwich. Then we got bell peppers. We got jalapeno peppers. We've got what was that? The Yukon Gold potatoes. We got the red Irish potatoes, and we've got watermelons. We've got a patch of watermelons, and we've got broccoli, cabbage.
Wow! Did you do cantaloupes?
No, I hadn't done cantaloupes yet, but we plan to put in cantaloupes. So we've got a big variety. And Fran got some walking onions. Like I told you, she's my competition. But Fran got some walking onions, which I've never really heard of. But she says they reach the ground and they spread and crawl or walk or whatever. Jay, you probably know what she's talking about.
When you talk about her garden, you just like whatever.
Yeah, I let her do her thing because, see, really, she's not allowed in my garden.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because for one simple reason, I let her come down when I want her to videotape something I'm doing. But I got so much in it that if you don't know what row you're walking in and moving in, then you stepping on my stuff and you're messing it up.
Watch the old videos. Watch the old videos and you'll see who is doing the gardening. I stopped doing so much because now that he is really into it, I'm okay with not going in that garden. I don't ever have to go in there. I still have little pots around the house where I put tomato plants and a zucchini plant and cucumbers and stuff like that. I'm starting a new little raised bed next to the house where I'm going to put some of the things that I enjoy that I can tend to. I don't have to do a lot of digging and worrying about that kind of thing. Because see, like I like to do those grow cloths so you keep the weeds out.
Right.
Yeah, I enjoy I'm using those. They work for me.
Okay, I do want to ask you what you have in your garden, but first, Fresh and Fire said, what is the secret to the beautiful okra you grow to get 300 pounds?
Well, I really I don't like to use fertilizer. And this particular area that I grow in used to be a pasture. It used to be an old pasture that her parents and grandparents raised cows and goats and stuff like that in. So it's rich with that manure, that manure. Yeah, it's rich with that because these animals had been there for years.
Yes.
And only thing we did was plowed it up and cut it back in. And whenever we harvest, like the okra and the corn stalks, I just take it and put it in a pile, burn it, put it right back into that garden, put it back in as potash. So that's one of the things that I use that helps me in my garden. that you notice I say in my garden because I don't know how other people's soil is or what other people doing, but it's not really a secret. It's all in the dirt.
Oh,
All right. All right. It's in the dirt.
It's in the dirt.
now can somebody translate what is a tomato? What are tomato dumplings? I know chicken and dumplings. I don't know tomato dumplings.
Yeah, I've not heard of tomato dumplings.
I never heard of tomato dumplings.
I haven't either unless they put the
Oh.
tomatoes in the dumplings.
Okay, that's why I thought you guys might have known. Okay.
No, I've never heard of tomato dumpling. Not as that term.
Okay.
It could be something else they mean by it.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard of it either, Sarah. So Miss Francis, he didn't want to really give your garden any kind of justice. What all do you have in your garden?
Well, my garden is pretty much my citrus trees and my apple and pear and kumquat and loquat trees, but I have a few small containers with tomatoes. I have a grow stock container that I have strawberries and I hear people talking about how being in the garden and eating your fruit while you're in the garden. Like I'm eating the strawberries right now. As soon as they get ripe, I try to eat them before the birds get them. So these days, what I grow in the garden is very small. I am thinking about joining that watermelon thing though.
I was going to ask you.
Watermelon wars.
Watermelon.
Yes.
I still have to get some seeds.
Okay.
What type of watermelon? Can you give us the secrets? Like what type of watermelon you thinking about growing?
I'm thinking about growing that rattlesnake watermelon. That's a pretty good size watermelon.
Right.
I haven't even planted it yet. I have watermelon seeds, some watermelon seeds. I need to hurry up and get them in the ground and get them germinated and get them started. I'm going to do like Broke did, where I just put one here and one over there and one by the flower bed and that kind of thing. Not really just have a garden where you just have a row of stuff and see how it turns out. Last year I had one grow voluntarily. It was a yellow meat watermelon from, I guess the seeds were out there. It grew on the side of the driveway and we got a pretty good sized watermelon out of it. It was delicious and we didn't do anything. It just came up on its own.
That's what everybody says. You still win because you get to eat it.
Somebody was out there eating a watermelon, or the birds help you out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we enjoyed a watermelon by the fire pit, and then lo and behold, we had watermelon come up by the fire pit. It only got about little bitty, but it came up on its own, and we had a watermelon out of it.
That's remarkable because a lot of people want to tell you that this seed won't last, this seed won't germinate after so long period of time. But somebody's telling a lie because now the watermelon seeds are left out there for the whole year. Mm-hmm. And then next thing you know, that summer when it started getting warm, you got a plant coming up. Because I've had seeds we got some that we've been had about 7-8 years that we plant and they still germinate. But, people... I got a bunch of watermelons planted. Like I said, I got a watermelon patch. But JG even know that we was talking about this the other night. Used to be that was just field watermelon, field. That was out in the field. You didn't have all these different names, different color meat in them, and all this stuff. It amazes me. How do you get a blue meated watermelon? That's what I don't understand.
Is it blueberry flavored?
Well, I put it this way. There's a lot of chemicals out there and stuff that they're doing, but I'm not passing the red, the yellow, and the orange.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And the white is also in the, I'll also accept the white one too, because the original watermelon was white. I don't know how we come up with all these colors.
Yeah. Well, that amazes me. I'm for trying to figure that out now. I'm sorry, Miss T, for taking over, but
No,
I was trying to figure that out.
this whole show's all about y'all. I'm on it too. we gonna me and Sarah gonna make a cake. I'm excited about that. Sarah, do you got the cake in your area? Do I need to bring it?
I'm gonna have to clean my kitchen first.
I do understand what you're talking about. Also, just turn on the camera. He don't care what's going on in the kitchen. I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, she was talking about the guys, the men in her family was doing the baking. Well, she always want me to bake the cornbread, as we call it, cornbread.
Cornbread.
Want me to bake it, and I don't measure anything. I don't measure anything because this is the way I learned from my mom and my grandparents and in-home ec. I just do a pinch of this, a pinch of that, and it works out.
Yeah.
It's
hard to teach somebody how to do something when you do it that way, especially when they're not there with you. But back to the watermelons, I wish I had paid more attention because when I was a child, my uncle had whole fields of watermelons. They were not near any water. I don't know what he did or how he did it, but the watermelons were huge. And it was like maybe a half an acre of watermelons. And we would just go out in the field and hit the watermelon, break it open, it was so many of them, eat the heart out of it and leave the rest of it there for the birds. I wish I knew what he did. But, like Arthur was saying, things were different back then. The climate was different. So you probably may have not needed to irrigate it the way we do now because it's hotter and it's drier sometimes than it was back then.
Right.
So I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but you do have to keep that in mind.
So, Miss Fran, somebody made a comment here. No harm intended, but it does get kind of nasty out here in these watermelon wars. Are you sure you want this life? Are you sure?
I ain't reading that one.
What did it say?
It says
let me find
it's kind of rough out there.
It said, I mean no harm. There it is. No harm at all.
Get pretty good. I can hang.
Okay.
I can hang because I'm a newbie. So when you're a newbie, you get what you get, and you just blame it on. I didn't know any better.
Hey. The birds got to it.
Yeah.
In my case, the bees. I actually put watermelons out for my bees, so that's kind of why I want to grow them, so I can give them to them in the fall.
Let me ask you, Sarah. Now, there are those big bees that look like queens that be in the yard sometime. Now,
You mean bumblebees?
No, these are the big, look like honeybees to me, and they have that same color as the queen bee. And I was wondering about that. Do the queen? I thought the queen never leaves the hive.
The queen usually doesn't.
I think you might be seeing wasp.
It might be because wasps are the same color as the queen honeybee.
It looks like, I don't know. Next time I'm just going to take a picture when I see it.
Yeah,
Fran said record.
Because there are a lot of bees. There are so many types of bees. You've got wood bees, carpenter bees.
Yeah, I know the carpenter bee. I definitely know those.
Yeah,
they will eat up some wood. Yeah, bow up some wood. But this was looking sort of like a queen. That's why I kept wondering about it.
You might have saw it because the queen bee will come out and do a mating flight. I mean, it's possible that you did see a queen bee.
Oh, okay.
But it could have been a different species. type.
Yeah, different hybrid.
So when they do a swarm, the queen bee leaves then with the swarm, right?
Right. And all the bees, they follow the queen, and they'll go land on a branch or a bike or a car or a house.
Wow.
Wherever she get tired at, that's where they go.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Oda wants to know a carpenter bee. What is that?
That's
the big bumblebee that flies around.
Bumblebees, but they dig in the wood.
Yeah, they mess up your house.
That's exactly what they do. And this is one reason that a lot of people do the facial on the house and the sofas. They keep them out because they will bore into that 2x4, 2x6, or piece of wood or whatever. If it's not treated and not unpainted, they will bore holes in it until it falls apart.
Yes.
Right.
And you just look and see all the sawdust that they leave. You can see it falling out if they're in there.
Yes.
So that's what it like you said, it looked just like a big old bumblebee, but they just bore holes in wood.
Yeah, there are traps that you can make. There's like a piece of wood on top of a jar, and they can go in but not come out.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
I mean, those help, but then they still come around and try to get in the wood.
Right.
So I think at this point, everybody, we got to listen to David talk smack until October.
I guess
there's this fella in Texas where everything is small, and he got a crown last year, saying he was the watermelon king. So we're gonna give him the respect of being King David. But other than that, this will be his last year with the crown. The crown will come back to Georgia.
Gonna be a long.
And then again, it may even go to South Carolina if Fran is doing a thing. So hey.
Well, just like Beyonce said, David, this ain't Texas.
Hey. Ooh.
You bring it, Beyonce.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
You're going to answer Crooked Peach's question, please. What are the little bees called? Flowers.
Oh, hang on just a second.
Okay.
The little bees that sleep in flowers, what are they called? The bees that sleep in flowers, if it's late in the day or if it's raining or whatever, the bees, wherever they, if they're there getting pollen, whatever, and it's too late or it's wet or something, they'll stay right there in the flower. They'll hang on the bottom of the flower and actually take up resident until it warms up, stop raining or whatever the case may be, and they'll take off.
Yeah,
wow.
They're sort of like sweat bees, sort of, but they're a little bit smaller than the sweat bee is. I know what she's talking about.
Okay. Let's see. I know the carpenter bees will knock you out the way if you block them from getting to flowers. We have a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
And who said that? Fresh and Fire?
Fresh and Fired Living.
Oh, okay.
David, look up.
Well, we probably don't get a lot of insults from David. Oh, there you go again.
I never heard of carpenter bees. They're out there.
They're out there.
Yes.
Better known as the bumblebee.
Yes. But they just do different things. The carpenter bee will eat up everything, and the bumblebee pretty much chase you.
Yeah.
He ain't worried about the bees. He just want to taste some watermelons. How do y'all like y'all's watermelon? What's your favorite watermelon since we in the watermelon war season?
Well, Fran just want watermelon. As long as they sweet, she want them.
I don't care what kind it is.
She don't care. But for me, I prefer the yellow meat if it's sweet.
Right.
But it's got to be sweet. This is why we last year just raised the sugar babies.
Right.
And I made a statement that I don't raise them big, I raise them sweet. But,
I understand.
But this time, if Fran want to go at David down in this ain't Texas, We are going at David.
Hey.
I like how you lean forward with it too.
But it's all in fun. David know that. David know it. It's all in fun.
I
I'm
love it.
back.
As you say about the watermelon, I like making the big watermelons, but it's good when you can take a sugar baby, cut it in half. I get half, wife get half. We done.
Yeah.
I ain't got to put nothing in the refrigerator. That's what I like about it.
Right.
But
Right.
see, I don't even like watermelon, but I seen on TikTok they put lemon juice on the watermelon. So,
Lemon
should I do
juice.
that?
I've heard of salt on the watermelon, but I've never heard of lemon juice on the watermelon.
I might try that.
I might have to check that out and see how it tastes.
By yourself.
I'm a watermelon purist. I just want to eat the watermelon. I don't need to put salt, lemon juice, or anything on it.
Tell BAMMITT, you don't want no experiments on you.
That's right. That's right. I never heard. I really never heard of lemon juice on watermelons. I mean, that's a whole lot of stuff I hadn't heard of, even at my age. So, if it floats your boat, then go with it. You know, that's the way I feel about it.
Mike says, does anybody pickle watermelon rinds? The region grandmother would do that.
My grandma did.
I have some pickled watermelon rind in my cupboard right now.
Hey.
I kept hearing about it. I wanted to know how it tasted, and so I made the watermelon rind pickle.
So you eat the rind?
Yeah, the white part.
Oh, okay.
You
All
peel
right,
it, and just
Cece.
the white part.
Cece, don't get in trouble following David now.
The salty watermelon.
See, I like salt on watermelon.
Yeah, see, I'd never heard of the lemon on the watermelon, but I got to try it now.
I'm not a fan of
You and Fran, Sarah, experimentals. You know, type.
experimental
Well,
baby.
if you don't try it, how do you know if you're going to like it?
Thank you.
Well, you got to pour it. You definitely
You got to
pour it.
try it because the children. I've always said if you got to, I got to watch you eat it and then tell me you don't like it.
Right. Right.
Okay.
These picky children with their finicky.
So you can't always go by the way it looks. Some
Right.
people look at it and say, "Oh, I don't want to try that."
But
It
smell
might be
it,
something
taste
you'll
it.
enjoy.
It's, you know.
I'll try some of it. If it looks crazy, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pass because the presentation isn't there.
I'm with you, Miss T. I'm with you. That's why I didn't say anything while Sarah was talking to Fran because, if it don't look right to me,
Arthur does not want to eat pesto.
I'm not
like
trying.
Pesto is so good.
I love pesto.
I like pesto. Pesto and
People
yolk.
that have tried it like it. He has never tasted it.
I'm not eating no pesto.
Do you like
Brendan
basil?
said he didn't like it, so Arthur won't eat it based on what
'Cause-
somebody else said.
Basil is mostly what pesto is.
Yes.
Do you like basil?
No, I don't eat basil.
Well, and
Well, he's eating it in pasta. I have made tomato.
See, Sarah, you and Fran are a little bit sneaky. Y'all want to sneak stuff in on us and let us eat it, and then tell us that we have tried it already. And
well, see, and let me tell you, because there was one time I thought I was gonna make liver and onions, right?
Mhm.
My children say, "Well, what's for dinner, Mom?" I said, beef." Nobody liked it.
Yeah, that's sneaky. I asked Fran a lot of times. She said, "Well, I'm fixing this and I'm fixing that." I said, "Well, what's in it?" She said, "Well,
Don't worry about that. Don't worry.
Yeah." She said, "It'll be good. You'll like it. You'll like it." And then after she give it to me, she tells me, this was this and this was that, and we're in that deep voice, like you better not say nothing about it.
You are so dear to my heart, Fran.
But it's all good. It's all good.
Now, see, I don't really care for cilantro. To me, it smells like dirty feet. I don't like it.
What is cilantro? I know
You've had cilantro.
I've had it.
Yes. I think it has to do with your genes. Like some people, it tastes like soap.
Yeah, to me, it just there's just something. I mean, it's a pretty plant, and I appreciate its use and everything, but I don't care for it.
It looks like parsley if you don't know the difference.
Yeah.
But in salsa, it's a must-have in salsa, and a lot of Hispanic dishes you'll see a lot of it. And I love it.
Yeah, and there's
Some
a lot of
just can't tolerate it because it tastes like soap to them.
It has a thing where it just turns me off. If it's got cilantro in it, you can have it. It's okay.
You see what I'm talking about, Miss T? And Fran, you see this? You see this, don't you?
Yeah. Kevin, what type of veggies do you like? Or herbs do you like? Or
who, me?
Yeah. You got all that stuff growing, but you don't like basil, you don't like cilantro.
No, well, this is why I grow my garden, is because I grow the things that I like.
That's your garden in there. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely like the stuff that I'm growing, like the purple hull peas and cone and the okra. I could eat fried okra every day. Now, I don't like it boiled unless it's in soup.
Now, do you like it pickled?
I tried that. I really tried that because Fran will try it. She'll, if somebody says something about pickle this or pickle that, Fran will try it.
I have pickled okra in my cupboards right now. I actually like it.
I love it.
And I
he doesn't like it. Let's go ahead and say it.
Yeah, well, not really, Sarah. Not really. I'll try it because Fran want me to try it, but for his liking it, nah.
So I'll give most of it away because I can't eat like 10 jars of pickled okra alone.
Right.
So I just say, give me my jars back, but you can have it.
And she don't get half the jars back.
You know, with 300 pounds of okra, y'all just eat it just about every day.
We got. I did one video on my 90-year-old cousin picking salad greens out of my garden. Mm-hmm. Well, she can't grow anymore. She will come over here and dig before anybody will. She'd come over here and help me in the garden if I asked her, but I'm not. And so I grow stuff that I give to her, I give to my kids, I give to other relatives, other friends. But the hardest part about it, Miss T, is getting people to come and pick it. They want you to pick it, bring it to them, and most of the time cook it for them.
Wow.
I know that feeling, bro. I know that feeling.
And I don't mind giving it to people because I get a thrill and a kick out of just growing it, just to see it grow. And this is why I use my starter plants. This is why I use them, because it's something that I could put out there. They might be looking weak when you put them out, but in a couple of days after you baby them and care for them, everything looking right, spry and pretty, and I enjoy it. I know we overgrow. I know this. I know I overgrow in my garden, but it's therapy to me. I enjoy it. And it's something that I like to do. So there it is.
Okay. David Corey out there in Texas said, cilantro does taste like soap to potty mouths. Somebody go to Texas and get David.
Well, David is one of those what you call free loners.
Oh wow!
He's out there where he can just do what he want to do and say what he want to say. But I love him to death because he can come up with some stuff now. He definitely can. And he needs to lose that crown. That's what the problem is.
Wow.
Oh, you ain't got to worry about that. You got
that taken care of.
Hey, it will be coming back to Georgia.
Okay.
You sure you ready for this competition, Sarah? Are you sure?
I'm here for it.
Good for you. Good for you.
Hey, I can handle bees.
It's true.
I'm
Why
not
not?
worried. I'm not worried about nobody in short growth periods. I'm not worried about that.
Smothered okra is
Only
bomb.
those that have a long growth period, we good.
Is it okra and gravy? Is that what smothered okra is?
Smothered, what she said? Smothered okra and
It's not gravy. It's not gravy now.
mm-mm.
You take and cut the okra up and cook
Okra
it.
is bomb.
Yeah, well,
She might mean fried okra because fried okra is the bomb diggity.
I
yes,
love fried okra. I love it.
yes. And it's a whole lot different, Miss T, when you cut it and fry it fresh yourself.
Yes.
And that is when you go out and order it with a meal that you're getting. It's a total different taste. But my thing is, not only do I like fried okra, I like fried okra and green tomatoes together.
Yes.
Ooh, yes.
I have
And
that.
you talk about something that make you want to run down Texas and tell David this ain't Texas. Now that'll make you do it.
Why do you keep quoting Beyonce?
Hey, this is not about Beyonce.
That's right.
I love green tomatoes. I love them.
Now,
I do
No.
fried green
now
tomatoes.
I'm gonna tell you this much, BAMMITT. Now I made okra. Correction, I planted okra. None of my okra made it in the house because that was my eat. When I'm outside working, I always grab okra, put it in my shirt pocket, and that's what I eat while I'm working.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
somebody else told me that I'm trying to think, was it I think it was Mike. I think now, I'm not sure. But there was somebody else told me that they eat the okra right off the stalk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they eat green okra. I tried it, but I couldn't deal with it. I mean, I did try it. But now, as far as that sweet corn that we grew last year, man, I can get out there in the garden and take a ear it off and jump right on it. I
Hey.
mean, right on it. Raw.
Even what Maureen said, typically, if you don't like the taste of cilantro, it means your body probably needs it. The more you eat it, the less you will hate it.
Interesting.
Well, I think my body might just need it then.
It's like, well, it can eat it all it wants, but
I'm gonna have to find some other way.
Yes, you're so right. You're so right.
oh Lord.
Oh, roasted okra with garlic and onions is delicious.
Yeah,
Now
now
my stomach is starting to.
I know.
I like baked okra now. I do like baked okra.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the same thing. Is it the same?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like baked okra. I like the little small parts, the young ones, the real small ones, less than about 1.5 inches or something like that. And then take them and clean them up real good and put them in your batter, stick them in the oven and bake them till they're crispy. Now, you talk about something else good. Now, that is good. Definitely good.
Put it in the oven, bake it, and sprinkle a little of that, what's the name of that the salad dressing that's a powder now?
Ranch.
Sprinkle a little ranch on that fella and crunch on.
Oh, wow. I haven't tried that.
I haven't tried the ranch on it, but it will be tried. See, you guys mentioned stuff, and the first thing Fran do is she write this down and say, well, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try that.
I have some dried ranch dressing. So we can try it.
And then Sarah, she instigates it and push Fran on into this. Yeah, do that, try that, Fran. You know, next thing you know, I'm eating stuff that I've never even heard of before.
Hey.
I love this from Crooked Peach, even though I love cilantro. Maureen, I'd rather lick a bottle of Dawn dish soap than eat cilantro. Cilantro is not that bad. Y'all need to. Hey, Diana's on there.
You know, like I said, it to each his own. Diana, I've got your package in the mail.
Drink. coriander tea if you can't do okra.
Now, coriander are the seeds of cilantro.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still the same. I mean, but coriander is different than cilantro.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Has a different, I can't explain the difference, but there is.
What is that? I mean, the seeds, what you do, you make a tea out of it?
I guess you can grind the seeds like you do nutmeg and different things. And
They're
the
little bitty.
coriander. I
Yeah,
just
they're
don't
little bitty
use it.
seeds.
I just don't
Yeah.
use it.
You see, educated natural. Bam is gonna be making his own meals because he don't trust the cook no more.
10 is about right. 10 I'm glad you said something about that because I be peeping around now. Because the other night we was on, and they was talking about something, and Fran writing down, yeah, I'm going to try this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then when she did fix something to eat, I'm looking and asking her, what is this? What's that, Because it's just certain things I don't like. And that's just all there is to it.
What's
I'm
up?
willing to try every now and then. Every now and then.
Not every other day, huh?
Not every other day,
Are
right?
you one of those people like when I'm in the kitchen or Miss Fran's in the kitchen cooking, you just watching, make sure I don't put something that you don't like in it? Just sit back and enjoy the meal.
No, because normally when Fran is cooking, I am doing something else. I'm in semi-retirement.
He's not retired.
But anyway, I thought I was.
He's working every day.
It just sounds good when you say it. That's all.
Yeah, it sounds good when I say it. But normally I am gone. I'm out doing something. I'm a builder by trade. So every time I tell somebody that I'm retired, they want me to come look at this for them and give some advice. And then when I get there, I wind up not only giving advice, but taking the job on.
A magic hammer appears in your hand, right?
Automatically, for some reason. I don't know what it is. And then now that my son is, he's part-time CDL driver, and then he helps me. So when you got the help that you need, you're more or less trying to give instruction. You're trying to give instruction, but next thing you know, like I said, Jay, the hammer jumps in your hand and the saw jumps in your hand. I don't know where that stuff be coming from.
Give me some advice means give me an estimate.
Yeah.
Oh,
But usually that's what happens.
that's good. That's good. You remind me of my father. He doesn't like to sit down at all. He's always looking for something to do.
Well, it's hard for me to sit still. It's hard for me really to sit still because it was like yesterday we came in and I wanted to go down to the garden and do some work down there, but I was a little too tired to do this. Fran was outside until dark, watering her plants and her flowers and this type of stuff because they called for rain, but we never got any. So, you got to put a little water on this stuff if you want to keep it living.
Okay. Same. My dad finally retired at 85, always going still at 90 years old. Wow. And David said, don't sound like you retired.
Well,
David always has a lot to say.
David is probably right because Fran agreed with him. Fran would definitely agree with him.
We got our last little 30 minutes. How's your corn doing? A lot of people are like 50-50 with the corn.
Well, my corn is, I planted, when did I plant? Last week, the corn?
Mm-hmm.
I planted the first of last week, and it's already about 1 inch high. So it's doing real good. And I haven't lost any any of it yet. But we got little critters around here, and we got some woodchucks, groundhogs, they call them, or whatever. We got some woodchucks that love to bore under the fence and just eat stuff. And I can't only blame it on the woodchucks. We got rabbits and we got squirrels, and they'll go down and just eat the top of the bean off the stalk. And they works on the garden. So I try to plant enough for the critters and enough for us too. So it's just one of those wait and see games. But everything is looking real good now. Everything.
Okay, I think I want to try it because I love me some green tomatoes. I might do tomatoes again, cucumbers. I don't know.
Nothing like a fresh cucumber and a fresh tomato.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So
I've
what's
got
going
tomatoes
on?
and
Indiana.
We've got tomatoes and cucumbers growing.
Look at that, Team Indiana.
Okay, so Miss Sarah, you are in Indiana too?
Yes, I'm in Columbus, Indiana,
Oh,
Bartholomew County.
Okay. Well, like I said, we'll be passing through that real soon. Real soon.
Well, let us know.
What's up, David?
Me
David
and Miss
is
Steele will meet you somewhere.
okay. David is say his corn is up. Well, David, you down in Texas.
Yeah, Texas is
You
quicker.
know, that's a whole lot warmer than where we are. A whole lot warmer.
We're now starting to get warm in Indiana.
Yep. Today's going to be warm.
Yeah, I see that 86.
The weather. Let's see what the weather things.
What's your weather out there, BAMMITT?
Well, today they're calling for around 80 something degrees, but at night they're calling for around 50 something. And when they get down to 50 something, then it's kind of cool to me. But here lately, the high have been around 60 something and around 51 at night. But sometimes we get weather sort of like you guys do. And like I said, being right here at the foot of the mountains, it get a little bit cooler than it do on down south in Columbia, Charleston, places like that. Okay. Now down in the lower part of South Carolina, it might get up around 85, 90 and stay that way for a while, but not here.
Now remind us of your grow zone, because we're in Indiana. I think we're like from now, we're what, 6B, 7A?
6B, I think we're.
Yeah. So we're like, our grow season is now until August, September, and then it starts getting cold again.
Well, we're sort of like you guys because we're in 7B.
Okay.
Now we're in 7B, but 7B is kind of weird because I was talking to Odom, and he's up in Tennessee, and he's in 7B. So I don't know how this zone thing worked, but
I never understood it.
Yeah, we start growing in. Actually, we can start in April. But I never start until mid-April or the latter part of April when I start, because we have had some freezes here during April, first part of April, all the way up to the last part of April. But as we said earlier, it's climate change, and you know, whether you want to admit it or not, you got to, because it is a climate change, and everything is changing, the weather, and the time that you think that you got the plant, and then it turn around and freeze on you, or you get a frost and lose everything. So I try not to plant too early, and our plant growing season usually run from April to. Actually, we have had stuff that we harvest up to November? Up until November.
Wow, must be nice.
Yeah, well, it's some time now. I'm not going to say that's what's going to happen this year, but last year we grew stuff up until November, because usually I'll do two separate plants. I'll plant in the last of, like I said, about a week ago, we planted and started, and then around August, I'll replant what I just harvest. And by the time that you get ready to get cold, I have harvested that second planting that we've done. And as I said, that we give away a lot of stuff. But I do it because it's therapy. I enjoy it. It's just like this YouTube thing. I do it because I enjoy it.
Thank you.
Well, I'm glad you're here with us this morning. We got it figured out. This YouTube thing.
And then it was like I asked Miss T about you guys' time zone. And you guys are on the same time zone that we are.
Mm-hmm.
And
it was on Easter.
Yeah, and then when we go to Illinois, we go through certain parts, and then all of a sudden, the doggone clock change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so
kind of different from us.
Yeah, and it confuses me. All this is confusing me. So I just deal with it.
To grow tons of extra beds, take them around to people
who is that?
Were elderly.
Almost homestead was getting it. Her father would give it to like elderly and people who would need the food.
Yeah, we do a lot of that too. A lot of that.
I think David Corey throwing you a blow.
Jenny. What did he say?
We have a mango mangler. Why not have a snake wrangler?
Well, seeing how I haven't been in for the last few minutes, David, I'm gonna let you have that a little bit.
What's a snake wrangler?
Yeah, they're in the comment section talking about they have snakes in their garden, and so he was talking about CC being the snake wrangler.
Nope, rope.
That's the blueberry queen right there, CC.
He
I don't know how long she's gonna have that crown, but right now she's the blueberry queen.
So we almost have like 50 people in here. Awesome. Put a 1 in the chat. Who's all participating in the watermelon wars? Let's see where everybody's at. I know we got David Corey. We have CC, Sarah, almost homesteading with Jenny. I believe she's doing it also. At this point, I just want somebody to take it from David Corey. We got to get this back
into Miss T, don't worry. I got you.
Goodness. Wow, indeed. Like,
well, David, you got everybody gunning for you, so I guess that's what kings do. So,
wow. Country Hustle, Miss Laura. I think we may have to get into this. That's Fresh and Fire. Diana's homestead. Unbiased, you're not doing the watermelon war? You in a warm climate?
Yeah, she was throwing seeds out there in the grass, so I guess she is the one.
We're rooting for Texas. Oh, so now what? Oh my goodness. Every live stream I go to, David's always in there talking about some watermelons.
Hey, when you the watermelon king.
I guess. I've never been a queen of anything, so.
Go get him, Miss T.
I'll let that go.
Go get him, Miss T. You can do it.
Diana
you can do it.
Old dog's out there singing to his watermelons.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to let Fran get in it now. She's chomping at the bits about this watermelon wars.
Nothing like a good friendly competition.
Well, you know what, Fran? There is a young lady that says that she's the king, but like I done said before, she can't be a king. She have to be a queen. So therefore, you can always slap. What is it? Gina versus Gina. And always slap on the neck, kicking her to the curve.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that one with Gina and David and Brooke in that video that they did, that live. And she was determined that she was on top.
Now, I know Beyonce's birthday is in September because her birthday is the day after mine, but everybody's like, these Beyonce quotes, say my name, say my name. What do you know about Beyonce? First of all. And Unbiased said she be out there singing her food too.
I do the same thing. I do the same thing. I get out in the garden and I'll do the same thing.
Okay. Yeah, this is definitely a hilarious competition.
Sing or talk to them, either one. You
That's
better grow. You better be the biggest.
That
yeah.
sounds like discipline.
We,
Or go drill sergeant on them.
I raised you right. You better grow up right.
and then sometime I tell them just make me proud. Just talk to them, make me proud. And then I sing to them because, in my garden where I don't allow other people, I have to do something to keep a little conversation going with them.
Just watch the old videos. You'll see my garden. Just watch the old videos.
I will have to do that.
I know, right?
I had some tall okra and some tall corn and everything else in that garden.
Yeah,
it was smaller, but it was able to hang.
I'm just amazed. It's 300 pounds of okra. What's something that's hard for you to grow out there?
Well, really, there's not too much. If I like it, then I can grow it. If I like it, if I'm going to eat it and if I like it, I can grow it. Now, about the only thing that I won't attempt to grow is something that won't grow in our particular zone. Something like I won't say a fruit tree, a tropical plant, because Fran takes care of all that. I don't do stuff like that. But if it's something that I like and something that we eat, then I could pretty much grow it.
So he said, whatever I want to grow, whatever I'm interested in growing, it's going to grow. That's pretty much.
That's pretty much. It's pretty much what I'm saying.
LGG said, preach, Bammy. And then South Florida Sunshine said, how old were you all when you married? What? Oh, how old were you all when you married after seeing
each other in the class reunion?
After we pretty much saw each other at the class reunion.
Okay. Yeah, they don't want to give out ages, so that's cool. That color don't look good on you. What color, David? What color?
Is David trying to say green is not your color?
They would be messing with us.
Okay.
That's all right. David going to his corner after take this crown from him.
They gonna go sit in the corner.
That's it.
With the dunce cap on.
He will be the court jester.
Those cap on.
Oh, jeez, I guess Texas on.
Texas on.
And Educated Natural and Janet said they're just gonna be sitting back watching with the popcorn.
Well, I'm pretty much gonna be just watching because, like I said, I'm gonna help Fran do her thing and get it in the ground, in the dirt. Then I'm gonna sit back and just watch myself because I'm gonna have the little sugar babies down in the patch of what I like. And if Fran want to do the watermelon wars and try to get the biggest one, then she's more than welcome.
Let's see, Miss Bammy, we are looking forward to you doing this. Show them how it's done. LGGG is rooting for you.
Well, remember everybody that Fran said she was in this watermelon wars. She.
Okay.
I didn't say nothing about it. I was in it.
But you the backup. You the backup, bro.
Most definitely. If she need backing, I'm here.
LGGG also planted some sugar babies and What's Up Emotion New Soul. So who all goes live tonight?
I know Ricky Horizontal Bees 8 p.m. Is it Eastern or Central? He's in North Carolina.
That'll be Eastern.
That's Eastern.
Okay,
Yeah.
he's 8 p.m. Eastern then.
Yeah,
You know, guys, like I don't like some people be like, oh, so many people going live. I'm live now, and then next one's like 7, 8 p.m. Well, we got O-Dog. He goes live at 7. There's plenty of space. There's plenty. Hop on in.
Odom's go live at 9 o'clock.
Who does?
yeah, Odom.
Old Dog is 9 o'clock.
Oh, 9 p.m. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
When I say O-Dog, y'all know that's Odom.
Yeah, we know it. But
I think Miss Shirley, she goes on today.
7.
7.
Mm-hmm.
I usually catch a lot of replays because normally during the day when people are on, then I'm out doing something that in my trade. So I just come back and catch the replays. But on this Tuesday night coming, then I'm going to let Fran host Ladies Night Out. Outside. Ladies Night Outside.
When is that?
It won't be nothing but ladies.
Eggs ain't welcome.
At 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Is that tonight?
No, Tuesday night.
Tuesday night.
Let me write that down. Now, wait a minute.
That's the 7th.
Okay, put that on the board.
Tuesday night.
Fran's Ladies Night.
Yeah, Fran's Lady Night Out.
Yeah, Nancy B. the Scratcher goes on at 8 tonight.
And even the BAMMITT won't be there. The BAMMITT get us started, but the BAMMITT won't be there.
Yes, it will.
I'll be in the kitchen like she was last week on me, you know. But anyway, I'm going to let her do this with the ladies. And then on the 21st, every other Tuesday now, on the 21st, then it's going to be the men outside.
Wow, why y'all separating us? Why y'all?
No, we're not doing that. But the reason that this came about is because Unbiased came on our show last Tuesday.
Yeah.
And she said we were throwing around a whole lot of testosterone, whatever, because it was just mostly guys on there. So
now he's trying to do an estrogen thing. I'm with you, Miss T. We don't need to separate.
Well, we're not separating. This is just for this.
Not separated.
No, this is just for this. This is just for this one time only. Okay, one time only, and then that way that I'm gonna get a little break. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We all need a little break sometimes.
Right. And I don't want to. Ms. T, you made a statement about there are plenty of spaces in there for you to get in with your live. I do appreciate that and understand that. But at the same time that I go live, somebody come on shortly after me that I'm subscribed to. So I try to move out of their way more or less in order to let them in because as I said before, this is a hobby to me, you know. Yeah. This is just a hobby, and I have fun with it.
Right.
Okay.
So I guess I've said enough. Fran hit me upside the head over here.
No, I mean like the newer YouTubers who are afraid to go live and they don't want to step on people's toes. You know.
Right.
Anybody else going live? Well, we have who they say come on at 11, but then like from 11 to 7 o'clock at night.
Right.
In there.
Right. I do understand that. I might do a few pop-ups, you know, or something like this, but other than Tuesday nights, every other Tuesday night, then other than that, I'll be live, you know, like the first Tuesday and the third Tuesday. I won't go live every Tuesday. So I'll give somebody else a chance to do what they want to do. And after the third Tuesday, then I will be mixing it up again, Miss T. We're not separating nothing. We're not
They don't
separating
allow
anything.
me in the
Okay.
ladies' night.
What David said?
Don't allow me in ladies' night. Say I'm too real, Lord.
Well, anyway,
You ain't allowed in the men's night either, David, but you'll get there.
I'm a new YouTuber. I just love to share my journey. That's okay. That's awesome. Everybody has a different purpose on here. Like we don't all have to have the same visions and goals and plant the same items. Just be you.
right.
Mhm.
Just that's what I say on my live. Just be you.
That's it.
That's all you can do. That's all. You don't have to try to pretend that you're this person or that person or somebody else. Just be yourself. And Sarah, I'm throwing rocks at you. You don't be telling, my friend here, fix all this stuff and
Oh, friend.
but
Oh, she left us.
where did Sarah go?
Yeah, I was just getting ready to ask her what kinds of things she did with the honey.
She might have lost signal. I'm not sure. She might come back up. But yeah, she's gonna be coming up here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, try to get her feet wet, live streaming.
Oh, okay.
DCB, what up?
Let's see what else. Anybody else going?
Come on back, Sarah. Just kidding. Just having some fun.
No,
No.
I hope I didn't say nothing wrong to her.
No, she's out there in the country.
Oh, okay. But Miss T, you and JG and I usually really be surprised how much you guys have helped me with this YouTube thing, this StreamYard thing. And I really appreciate it. I really do.
No problem. Now, I did want to I almost forgot. So you taking Jegs on Monday? You taking my co-host on Monday?
What is Monday? We don't do nothing on a Monday.
I do on Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesdays. My bad.
Yeah.
So she's trying to say you taking Jigs on Tuesdays? Miss T, how you gonna come at BAMMITT like that?
Well, Jay's is he won't be there this Tuesday coming because, like I said, it'll just be ladies only.
Okay.
Now, the third Tuesday, you're gonna have to do without Jay. No, you can have him that morning, but
okay.
At 7 p.m. Eastern, he'll be with us.
I love how you got his night shift schedule already planned. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You got him fighting over you. That's amazing.
No. What it is, I'm gonna have to start charging people. Then when I start charging them, then I can rest.
You out here like Tom Joyner. You the hardest working man on YouTube streets.
Hey.
I'll tell you.
That's a good thing.
I'm not complaining. I enjoy it. I look at this as it's kind of like God want us to be one people, and apparently we have become one people, and we're just finally getting to meet each other, and we have that love for each other and everything, and that's what I like about it. Yeah, where there's good, there's also evil. So the thing I like about it, we have problems, but it doesn't show up as plain as it does with other people.
Right.
And that's what I love about it. We call ourselves a family. There's some hiccups in the family, but we keep striving to make it a family.
Always.
That's a beautiful thing.
Always.
Janet said you go live other days than Tuesdays because that day she has to miss you guys. And they're having a custody battle over J3.
We might do some like I said, I might do a pop-up every now and then. But I tried the reason I tried Tuesdays is because it seems that if I do it any other day, then I'm gonna have to either do it early or I'm gonna have to do it real late. And I can't do it early because I got
he's at work.
You have to
I can't do
but
it.
if I do it later, then I'm gonna have to do it real late, and then I'll go out. After I get home and get in the garden and do this
Yes,
and do
sir.
My
that.
internet cut off on me.
I told him to do the boondocks. Miss Fran was about to ask you a question.
What
Yes,
was
I
it?
wanted to know what things you did with your honey, other than, I pretty much just put it on toast.
Oh
I don't
gosh,
put it in tea or anything like that. I just like to eat it on biscuits or either on toast. What do you do with your honey?
I put it on strawberries.
Okay.
Gotta try it on strawberries. It's so
Okay.
amazing. And then, of course, biscuits, toast,
Do you
different
cook
kinds
with
of
it?
fruits. I put it in spaghetti sauce.
Yes, yes, I have done that.
See that, baby?
And then, okay, my brain train just derailed. It just went. I'm
Baby,
drawing all kinds of blanks here
Thank
because
you,
my
baby.
internet cut off.
that's okay. You put it in
Let
spaghetti.
me
She
take you
just
guys
put it in a
outside.
plethora of food.
I try it with everything. I actually tried it with avocados and it was good.
Oh, okay.
And
It's
Yeah,
really good in spaghetti sauce. I have done that.
yes, it adds a little instead of sugar jags.
Mhm.
no, just a dab of sugar. That's all now.
Well, the honey's better.
Right. But
Honey
now
and
answer this.
spice
What
good
can
in
you put
spaghetti
honey
sauce.
on that does not taste good?
What did he say?
I don't know.
That's the point I'm making. Whatever you put
That's
honey on,
honey.
it's gonna be good.
Yeah, because my grandson puts it on his roast beef. And I tried it and that's actually very good.
That's it.
And what
Yeah, I put it in
else?
my coffee.
I put it in my coffee. When I don't have any creamer, I use honey.
I
What
straight
about
out of the bottle.
oatmeal, Miss Fran? In your oatmeal? Diane's about to go in the garden. Have a good day. I'm over here munching on Tootsie Rolls. I'm starving now. Y'all didn't talk about these cakes.
I'm thinking about a cake and I'm looking at the apiary going, which one am I gonna look at?
Miss Fran, fried chicken and honey.
Yes,
Oh,
fried
man, that's
chicken.
good.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Well, I'm glad that you all like all that honey on your stuff, but I just can't be putting.
You need to try it on fried chicken. It's really good.
I'm not
It
trying
is.
no fried
It's
chicken.
it is really
Bammit,
good.
Bammit.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Listen,
sir.
bro. Listen, bro.
Yes, sir.
Honey on fried chicken. All sucky now.
Yeah, it's good.
All
Well,
You
sucky
need to
now.
try that one.
I might try it on some pancakes or something, but I'm not putting it on my chicken.
Well, I tell you what, eat pancakes and chicken together and just let a little bit of that honey go in the chicken.
There, that's how you do.
Good luck with that, Miss Fran. Good luck.
Now, back in the early 90s, this restaurant we used to go to, they had honey and you just dip your chicken in and put it on your plate. But now that I know the difference between real honey and not honey, it
Yes,
makes a big difference.
it's a big difference. Amazing difference.
Right. Back then, it seemed like you were dipping it in some sugar and it was just sweet chicken. But now that honey does something for that chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
It really does.
I agree with you guys on the honey like you and Sarah raised. I agree with you on that. And rather than that little teddy bear with the, you squeeze out of. Now that is a big difference in that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't get me wrong, I like honey, but I don't think I'm going to be dipping my chicken in it.
Just try it one
Yeah.
time. We ought to make
Yeah.
a challenge out of it. Honey on chicken
Try it.
challenge.
Try it.
Try it.
See, Miss T, I was just throwing rocks at Sarah a while ago. Now here
Now
you
you're throwing the
go.
rocks at me.
Well, any rocks you throw at me, I'm going to build something good with it.
Hey, I
Yeah.
like that. I like
That's
that.
it.
I like that. I
Now,
really do.
since we're talking about honey, Mr. Bammit, I gave you a small honey
Right.
from the 2020. Have you tasted that one?
Not yet. Not
When
yet.
you taste that, I guarantee you said, this don't taste like that other honey.
Oh, okay.
And that's the thing about honey. Real honey don't taste the same.
Mm-hmm.
They don't taste the same.
It's
Oh,
not
okay.
gonna. Last year's honey is this year's honey is not gonna be like last year's honey.
Right.
It's gonna be completely different, and even in 10 miles away from me, it's gonna taste different.
Right.
Let me tell you a little something, Miss T, before we
Okay.
get ready to go, whatever. It was a quote that my seventh grade teacher used to say is going to touch Jay and Sarah. And it was, life belongs to the living. He who lives must be prepared for a change. And things are changing, just like you said.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I used to say that I didn't really care for honey. There's a big thing going on how you test the honey to make sure it's really honey, because some unscrupulous people are mixing it with Karo syrup and all kinds of stuff to
They're
straighten it out.
adulterating it. Yeah.
And so you're not getting real honey. If you're getting it from a reputable person, honey is off the chain delicious.
Yes.
It
It is
is.
so different than what you get in the grocery store.
Right.
Here's my little garden.
There was a few people, well, hands in the dirt for one. His wife wouldn't eat honey, but once she got some of that J3GS honey, she loves honey now. She loves real
Yes.
honey.
Yes, I do understand that. Beautiful garden.
That's the thing. A lot of people
Think-
just didn't like honey, but now when they get the real honey, they love honey.
Yes. Yes, it makes a difference. Your garden is beautiful.
Thank
Yes.
you. I think I'm ready to pick some radishes here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then here we got over here the bees. This is the horizontal hive. And I still have to move this 8 frame. This one. They're getting busy.
Friend, can you taste the difference of the honey you taste?
Can you taste the difference between all the honeys that you guys have tasted?
There's subtle differences. I'm not a honey connoisseur. I'm just getting into it because I'm just now getting real honey within the last few months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, Milk and Honey Heritage, she sent us some real honey, some real good honey. And then
she's in California.
She's in Oregon.
Oh, Oregon. Okay.
And then that honey slinger, what they call JG, we got some honey from him too. So it's a sweet thing going on around here.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Oh, the men are in here.
So how many hives do you have?
There are, last I counted, 32.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. What do you do with all that honey?
Well, they don't all make honey. A lot of them are still building up this year. So the next year they'll make honey. So I think I got about 15 that are actually going to do honey this year.
Right there. Oregon makes the best.
I like what they produce, but I just can't stand to be around all those bees.
Well, being a supporter is awesome because if you buy our honey, we can keep getting in the bees.
Right.
I like what they produce.
We
like
would
I
not
said.
be able to live without bees because they somewhere in some Asian country they don't have any bees, so they're on ladders pollinating all of their fruit trees because there's no bees in that country. I don't know why.
Huh.
So you really need to have the bees. That's why people need to be careful what they spray in their garden and kill the bees.
Right.
Well, thank you for coming on here with us, BAMMITT and Sarah's Happy Hives. I hope you feel a little good about live streaming.
I'm getting better, I think. I mean, let's let the audience be the judge, but I'm good with it.
As long as you good with it, we good.
Yeah,
it's up to you. It's how you feel.
Yeah. I'm by said, where can we get your honey at, Sarah?
Well, I'm still waiting on them to make it, but go to my website, sarahshappyhives.com. And Miss T already got the email. When I have it, I will send a mass email, and you guys will be the first to know.
Oh yeah, I did. It was like all nice and yellow, and it was like Sarah's Happy Hives will have honey soon. I said, okay, well, thanks for the update. But I do appreciate the BAMMITTs for coming up here.
Yes, it's great to meet you, Fran and Arthur.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Are you
Same
gonna make
here, sir.
fried chicken drizzled in honey and have them try it, Miss Fran, tonight?
Well, I'm not frying chicken tonight.
For dinner?
Wait till we have some chicken and then we can put it on.
It's in the making. It won't be tonight. It's in the making.
It's in the
Yeah,
making.
we'll try it. I'll try it.
Yeah.
I promise you guys, I'll try it.
Okay, great.
So we'll put some of your honey on it. The first one to taste.
Oh, okay.
Ho. You put who honey on it? Sarah?
Oh, Lord. Is
I'm
that
just
real?
Sarah's yet.
no. Fran said we're gonna put some of your honey on it, and Sarah honey is not ready yet. So
We was talking about. She was talking about the honey slinger.
oh, okay.
Well, question: What if she was talking about Sarah? She was gonna wait till Sarah's honey comes. Then what?
That mean they ain't gonna eat no chicken till next year sometime.
That mean I wouldn't get no chicken. Come on, Miss T, stop messing with me now. Stop.
Oh, y'all are so dear to my heart.
Oh. But thank y'all again. Tomorrow, Swoop just confirmed this morning, that she's gonna come on tomorrow, and then Monday we're having a Renaissance Grandma. A lot of people aren't aware that she does have a business where she makes organic soaps and seasonings and all that stuff. So she's gonna tell us everything that she has.
Okay.
And I'm still waiting. I'm just waiting on confirmations. That's all. I'm just
My Renaissance Grandma is coming on when?
Monday morning.
Monday morning? Okay.
Yep. So thank y'all. Y'all know I'm hungry, and especially talking about some fried chicken.
You
Yes.
ain't hungry. You've been eating all that candy up there, Miss T.
Man, I got like 5
You're
pounds
having a
of
sugar
sugar.
rush right now.
Man, my stomach is like I want some food.
It's been talking to me too, talking about all the fried okra and everything.
Oh, your little piece of toast done wore off too.
It wore off.
Well, all I had was coffee this morning.
Did y'all eat breakfast this morning before coming on the live?
No, that's all I've had is coffee. So I'm gonna eat a little something, then I'm gonna run.
Hey, I'm not gonna run, but I'm going outside.
Yeah, well, I won't be running the truck. But anywho, I loved every bit of it and appreciate you, Miss T, JG, and Sarah.
Good to
Yeah,
meet
this
you.
was fun. This was
Had a
fun.
blast.
Having y'all.
Thanks for having me too.
And everybody in the chat, we want to thank y'all for coming. We
Yes.
enjoyed y'all and enjoyed your comments today. Come back tomorrow.
And then again, David, this ain't Texas.
This ain't-
Bye, y'all.